how do you read a nutrition label?
Ooh, one of my favorite topics to discuss. So we're actually going to use a sleeve of rice cakes to demonstrate how you read a proper nutrition label. So what you guys want to do is look at the very top of any nutrition label. And something that a lot of people neglect is the total servings as well as the serving size per container or per item of food that whatever you're consuming. So you're going to see here, nutrition facts label, it says about 14 servings per container. But what actually is a serving size? So you'll see at the top of the nutrition label, it says serving size equals 1 cake. So if 1 cake is the serving size and there's 14 servings per container, there's 14 cakes in this whole sleeve. So that means I can eat the whole thing, right?
I mean,
The
if
whole
you're
thing
tracking
serving?
it.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people, like if they're buying a whole package, they think like, this is 1 serving. When in reality, there's multiple servings a lot of times in these containers. And I'll use an example. Another example is Pop-Tarts. How many Pop-Tarts come in 1 container?
2.
2. And a lot of people think just because it comes in that 1 container that 2 Pop-Tarts are 1 serving, when in reality, one of those Pop-Tarts is 1 serving. So there's 2 servings in that container. So
that sleeve.
That makes it important to look at the serving size at the very top of all the nutrition labels.
Yeah, yeah. So then next on the so next Hey, you.
I had to. All right, go. All right, read it. Beep.
So next on the nutrition label is calories. So with the calories, this is for that serving that we just went over, the calories for that.
So calories for 1 cake. And if you refer back to our video on how to calculate calories, you know that calories are comprised of the 3 macronutrients, which you're going to find here on the nutrition label. You'll see total fats, total carbohydrates, and total proteins. So for 1 cake or 1 rice cake, you're looking at...
Not real cake.
We can pretend, right? So the total fat content for 1 rice cake is 0 grams. The total carbs for 1 rice cake, 11 grams. And the total protein for 1 rice cake is 1 gram. And that's how you get the total calorie content at the top of the nutrition label.
Yeah. And then on a nutrition label, there are also a lot of other things that are listed. These things are going to be usually sugar, fiber,
electrolytes, sodium,
yep,
things of that nature. But we're not going to get into that kind of description right now. We just want to stick to the fundamentals. One other thing that I really want you guys to understand that's important on any nutrition label is the ingredients. Especially nowadays, a lot of people have medicinal issues. You might have celiac or certain intolerances, and it's very important to know what actually is within that food that you're eating. And the only way to do that is to assess that ingredient label, which is typically found at the very bottom of the nutrition facts. You can see for these rice cakes, if you look at the nutrition facts and the ingredients, it says whole grain brown rice, milled corn, sugar, maltodextrin, etc. And the cool thing about this is when you see the ingredients, usually the first ingredient found on that nutrition label is what's found most in this product. So whole grain brown rice is the first ingredient. So that is what this is primarily made of. So now that you understand how to read a nutrition label, just always be aware of the total servings, the serving size, the calories, the macros, and the ingredients, and you'll be good to go.